let's see. Should be good. No, wait. Why are we not over there? Let's see. Now let's check to make sure we're on those actual sites. View my channel. Live. The Battening. Let's see. Should be good. Okay, good. That one's done. That one's up. Good. And we are live on Twitch. Okay. And these... Wait. I'm no longer live on... Okay, still live on YouTube? Okay. I don't know what button I just undid. Okay. Alright, whatever. That should work. Okay. It's saying we're good. It's saying we're good. Buttons on the other side aren't unchanged for some reason. Oh well. Okay. Cool. Alright. And sound is there. Alright. So how have you been?
I have been doing well. Can you start the game so I can see it on my computer screen?
Yep.
So, just to introduce myself, just because I see that we do have some people watching. Hi, I'm Dynamite Miranda, your friendly neighborhood amateur Batman historian. I am on the channel of Night the Werewolf Teacher. Like, do your shtick?
Yeah, I am Night the Werewolf Teacher, fake werewolf, real teacher. We are both co-hosts on a show on Comics Off the Shelf. And this is Sidekick Gaming, because neither one of us is talkative enough on our own for regular streaming.
Okay, Night, I need you to, I need you to do the, I don't know if it's, streaming the game through Discord or what.
Oh, okay.
But I can't talk about something that I cannot see.
Gotcha. Let me throw that up on there. Okay. Share screen. Sorry. Didn't realize. This is why things happen. Okay. Okay. Let me just adjust some stuff on OBS. Because that... Oof. Alright. Alright. That's why things were shifted. I forgot that was part of our setup.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. But anyway, we are going through the very first Batman Arkham game. I've never played it because I'm bad at video games, and I'm not playing it today, as you may notice from my free hands. I'm just here to provide delightful commentary as Night plays it.
Yep. Yep. So, which we've noted is actually basically the original purpose of Robin.
I'm wearing red.
All right, yeah. I've got mood lighting. All right, that's better. Okay. This works. Okay, cool. Twitch chat? All right, okay. Cool. Sorry about that. Now I know why things were set up so oddly when I first showed up. I'm like, let me just move you around to be right. No, never mind. Also, let me just get the... I got hand controls.
Okay, so if you are new here, we are not super far into the game. I think we're about an hour in. We just started for tonight. But we're about an hour into the game. We are currently looking for... Who are we looking for?
We are... Well, it looks like we've got a stealth mission here. Because, let me see... What's the button for this? Oh, fun fact. I don't push... I don't play with this while we're not out. So I keep forgetting what the... Nope, not that one. Oh, joy. You're going to get me... Nope. Well.
Okay, so basically we're a little bit after Joker takes over Arkham in terms of the plot of the game.
Yes. And I am currently trying to remember how to activate Detective Vision on my keyboard.
fun.
But right now, we're going to blow this guy up.
Is it sobbing or is it giggling? We may never know.
I'm fairly certain that's that woman crying.
Oh, well, that's boring.
It's okay.
Goodness me. She is at work. Doesn't she know she needs to be a professional?
Damn it. I forgot that was going to happen. That he was going to move. Oh, wait. Maybe I can blow that guy up now. Nope, not there. Not yet.
Okay, do it.
Nah, he ran past it too fast. It's okay. Eventually they'll go back.
But what if you just punch them now?
I don't want to worry you boys, but I think he may be there with you.
Just drop them on their heads.
Oh, gosh, that's not good for anybody.
I know, right? God. Alright, what's the button? Nope. Okay, zoom is Z. Oh, there it is! There! Now I get to X-ray vision people. Oh, hey, cool. Guess what?
What? What just happened?
I just blew a guy up! I just...
Oh! Fun!
Alright.
So we're trying to save some doctors. They're all strapped down to their own tables. Because apparently it took like 5 minutes to take them down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in this scenario, how long do you think, like, you would last? Like, as yourself, how long do you think you would last if you just happened to be on Arkham Island when there was a massive, what would you call this, riot?
Yeah, you see these crying orderlies?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I don't know. I think I have a pretty good shot of locking myself in a supply closet and nobody noticing I'm there. Like, I have a method where anywhere that I work, I scope out escape routes. Because I'm a deeply anxious person. And unfortunately, we do live in uncertain times. So, one of the first things I do at any place I work is I figure out, like, escape routes from, like, anywhere in the facility, and then I also figure out hidey holes. So I think I have a pretty decent shot of making it to, like, a closet.
Did they wipe away my explosive gel? Did that happen? Can they do that?
I mean, it would incentivize you to work quickly.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, so I am bad at stealth games, for the record. At one point, playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, my brother watched me get caught so many times. He's just like, "You have got to be the worst assassin I've ever seen." And I said, "But you have heard of me, you know, because it's a pirate game." And he says, "Yeah, that's not the thing that assassins should do. If you've heard of me, an assassin."
Of course, everyone knows those many famous assassins. I will say, have you ever watched literally any documentary on spies?
No, not really.
So, if you ever watch any literally any documentary, I do not have to name a single one, they all say this at some point. There will be a bunch of, like, people that used to work for, like, the CIA or the KGB or, like, the FBI. There'll be a bunch of them who, like, very older people, most of them gentlemen, who will say a license to kill, and then they'll smirk and they'll be like, "Huh, doesn't exist."
Yeah.
It's every single spy documentary.
Really? They do it in spy documentaries too? Not even in just, like, self-aware spy comedies?
No, in, like, spy documentaries, every single one will make that statement of being like, there's no such thing. Like, there'll be one guy that smirks and is like, doesn't exist, and there'll be another guy, like, has his head in his hand. It's just like, I wish people would stop saying that. There's no such thing as a license to kill.
It's also, literally, okay, so, like, the thing with that is, for me, is the fact that, like, it clearly, the phrase license to kill does not actually refer to, like, a paper license. Like, it's not you have a license to kill. It's you have license to kill. You are allowed to kill. You're allowed to use lethal force.
CPR certified, and you also have the license to kill. I don't see what the problem is.
Don't forget your killing
Here's the
license.
binder. Oh my goodness, I left it at home. That would have been embarrassing.
Like, yeah, no, license to kill is just like it's weird to me that the people who are all smugly, oh, it doesn't exist, aren't all also recognizing that, like, it just means, hey, like, you're allowed to kill the target here, you know? Like, if something goes wrong, we're, you know?
It's something that I find very funny, the fact that all of these former, espionage type people at some point get asked if they were given a little piece of paper that says you can do what you want, and they have to tell people no.
I also just feel like it's like they're being so smug about it, and it's so I'm like, it's so dumb. Oh, this is cool. So because I'm playing through Steam, I actually have your little I can actually see you down below my in my game screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. How many more people do we have to, not kill before the doctors are free?
Turns out I got myself killed a second ago, so now we got to do it again.
Oh.
All right, but that's fine.
Oh, can you set off multiple explosions at once?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I can get more people in more than one spot. Honestly, that'd be great if I could just drop the roof on that guy and
do it.
Alternatively, at the very least, I can get them to show up in those places. Yeah, okay. And now that guy's down, and this thing just caved in. Let's see if anyone comes.
Okay.
Or wait, we dropped another dude. Well, there's the body. I almost said corpse.
He fell on his head, and I don't think he's making it out of this one.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, the doctors here are going to have other problems.
I don't think they're equipped to treat someone with that level of head and neck injury.
I mean, it's just
like,
a TBI.
Yes, they have operation table. They have, like, dentist chairs and nothing else.
This is true. I just mean, like, I'm sure that at least some of the people here at Arkham have traumatic brain injuries. If not when they went to Arkham the first time, by the second time. I was talking with a coworker the other day, like, said she asked if you could go to any fantasy universe, live in any fantasy universe, what would it be? And I'm like, my first thought is, of course, the DC universe, but then I've always said that if I lived in the same universe as Batman, I would hate Batman.
Of course. Of course you would. He's a guy that runs around causing a ruckus every night with his very loud car.
You know,
Like for that reason alone, I think I'd hate him.
I mean, actually, there's a dude in my
there's an ice cream
neighborhood
truck.
with a very loud car. Are you? No,
Mm-hmm.
not right over. There's a dude in my neighborhood with a very loud car, who, like, just drives around constantly making a ruckus in that very loud car, and it's ugly. It's an ugly car.
Most of them are.
It's not even like a cool
there is an
looking
ice
car.
cream truck. There is an ice cream truck that comes through my neighborhood every single day around 1 o'clock, and that ice cream truck is my enemy.
Why?
If I had access to like finger blow up powers, I would target that ice cream truck. Nothing else, just the ice cream truck. Like, it is my enemy. I dream about that ice cream truck falling off a cliff.
Why? Are you lactose intolerant?
Every day, and it's always. No, I love ice cream, but it's very loud and it stays for 15 minutes, and it's the weirdest thing in the world because I've never seen a child buy ice cream from it. Like, it just lingers with the song for 15 minutes right near my window, and it's always when I'm in the middle of doing things. It's my enemy. It's my number one enemy. This one ice cream truck. So yes, I know for a fact that if I lived in the same place as Batman and he drove his loud car past my apartment every day, I would hate him. I would dream about owning a bazooka just to point it at his car.
I just wanted to see if I could get any of them into the vents here. No. Oh wait, maybe.
Oh, he's vent adjacent.
Yeah, we did just strangle that guy.
Fun.
Damn it, no.
Okay, so there's 2 left. There's 2 left.
2 left, yep. Can we...
Okay.
Okay, glide kick is
well,
an option.
If you wait until he turns around, you can, hang him up.
Yeah, that one's always fun. Trying to... Let's see. Oh, they're both right there. Ooh. And there we go. Now run. Oh, and glide kick! That was a fun combo there. Just, oh! He's looking my way? Bam!
So, how much do you think the Joker pays?
If he pays, you have
he
to...
has to pay.
Okay, well...
He has to pay. There's no way that every single person that works for him is just like, a part of his clown cult.
I mean, could very well be the dental.
The dental. You think he provides dental?
I'm making a pun.
But seriously, like, how much do you think he pays? Because he's very off the handle, right? Like, he's not, it's the Riddler. For all of his faults, you know what you're going to get with the Riddler, right?
Yeah.
You know what sets him off. Generally speaking, he's not, like, overly violent most of the time, right? The Joker is very violent and also difficult to predict, and also seems to delight in turning upon his own men if it suits him. So what do you think he pays?
I mean, I assume commission. But also, I also think that like like first off, half the time he's giving you Monopoly money.
Okay.
I'm almost 100% certain. We watched this tape last time.
Pyro monster in your graveyard. And they call him field loop.
Okay, now let's see. Yeah. But no, I think the Joker, yeah. Like you got to be very careful like working for like I continue like no, Lex pays.
I think Lex pays, but I think he gives shitty benefits.
Oh yeah. No.
Which is really a crime because as someone who actually owns a business, he is in the perfect position to provide actual like healthcare.
Yeah, no. You got a W-2 with him at the very least.
Right.
You know what? I'm actually reminded of one of my least favorite things was the first season of Arrow, where he was killing people in the first season of Arrow, and I'm like, and he would never kill the big bad, but he kept killing the security guard who were like private security. They were working for bad companies, but like they had legitimate jobs. Oh, it looks like Honey's in the chat, actually.
Okay, but
Yeah, I just wanted to see how you all were doing. I wasn't sure if I was going to stick around.
Cool.
So, but what I think it is I don't know if the Joker, like, I think the Joker pays well. I think he has to pay well. I don't see any conceivable reason why anyone outside of, like, a core group of extremely, like, fanatically loyal hedge persons would follow him if he didn't pay well. But I also think that, like, working for the Joker is very much bottom of the barrel as far as hench work goes. Like, I think it works as like a stain on your resume. If
oh my god, people are
work for the Joker. I think that there's a lot of other people that won't hire you.
Oh, see, I was thinking actually, you know what it is? You know how you need experience? I think he is actually everyone's experience hire. He's the one who's willing to hire everybody. He's the one that were like how do you get a job without experience? You work for the Joker.
No way. Because I think once you work for the Joker, like, you get a reputation. Because again, the Joker's like a rattlesnake. You can't control who he bites. So I think that there's a lot of people that have grudges against the Joker. They just don't have the power to actually strike against him. And I think a majority of Gotham is petty enough to not hire someone because at one point they worked for the Joker.
Fair. I mean, especially if you get tattooed by him.
To be fair, I really like, especially how Arkham City handles things, where they basically give like the motivations for why anyone would specifically choose to work for Joker, Two-Face, or Penguin. That like Joker, yeah, he's utterly insane, but also every mook who's working for the Joker is also like really crazy and is just in this for like the immediate short-term mayhem and chaos. Like all the people who work for Joker are just mayflies who know they're gonna die and are just living their life at the best. Penguin's goons are pure money-driven people who are just trying to make a quick buck and trying to survive as long as possible. And Two-Face's minions are people who seem to actually, like, respect working for a boss who cares about them and, like, really value, like, the inner workings of the community and having, like, a good work ethic culture in the business.
I mean, that's because Two-Face is lawful evil. I will say, actually, this reminded me of, I had a theory about Gotham in the first season before when everyone was wondering who the hell is going to be the Joker, I actually had this interesting theory of mine that Penguin was going to be the Joker. By which I mean that Penguin and the Joker would be two halves of Oswald's personality. And
So he would be Penguin, Two-Face, and Joker.
yes, because Two-Face would be, in fact, the middleman between the two.
That is just absurd and dumb enough to work in the Gotham TV show.
Right?
Much sense as anything else did. I stand by my stance that the Joker should never have been in Gotham, and the fact that they kept trying to fake us out with a Joker, I refuse. I refuse to acknowledge it.
I liked the original episode with Jerome where he's like, well, this guy might grow up to be the Joker. He might not. We don't really know.
Or he could just be a normal murderer. Either way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a choice to make.
Like, self-contained story that might lead to something special.
Mm-hmm.
We won't know. And then we did find out. It wasn't very worth it.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, it drove us too close to the sun.
No, the weirdest thing was after they did all the weird, really cool Joker storylines with Jerome, they're like, actually, it's Jeremiah, who's not going to laugh at all.
Yeah, because we need zombie Joker now.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things that I think they struggled to get the rights for the Joker. Like, I think that's why they couldn't have like an official Joker, right?
Yeah,
so they're really struggling to get the rights.
Yeah, that's because DC had a policy that they didn't want characters to appear in one IP if they were going to appear in a different IP, and Joker was currently in like a lot of different movies that they were doing. Like he was in the Suicide Squad movie. He was they had concepts that he was going to appear in Batman v Superman, and I think he was also planned to be in Justice League before they cut that. And so they just said, no, we don't want him on the TV show because we already have to schedule an actor to play him on the movies, and we don't want to have to deal with brand diversions.
Yeah.
But that's also really crazy because if you've ever read any interviews that were done before Gotham came out, like the showrunner for it, the main producer, the guy that like really drove the project, he was very much like the Joker was from before the first season even started shooting. That was like part of his plan. That was part of his pitch. And so it's wild to me that he never secured like the permissions to use the Joker.
Yeah.
Because he gave a lot of interviews, like the entire pre-production period, the entire time the show was running. He was a gold mine of like sound bites and interviews.
That was great. Oh, so I may have found the thing for this one already, but rumors persist that Tommy Elliott operates in Arkham. Can it be true? In the surgery room.
I love these little like details and such.
Yeah, and making it a thing that you have to find. Because there he is on the operating schedule.
Okay, I'm looking. Yeah.
Dr. T. Elliott. I mean, he is a doctor.
Yeah. To be fair, also, this is actually, weirdly enough, later on they decided actually not that he hadn't done the whole Hush thing yet. I think I mentioned this. I was talking with I got in a conversation with Alex Jaffe on Blue Sky about Hush, because people were asking, why the hell is Hush 2 happening? Like, this is dumb. And like, yeah, it's because Jim Lee. Oh right, I forgot what I'm doing here.
Because they needed money. No,
but also, I think it's funny everyone's saying, why is Hush 2 happening? Completely forgetting we had like 5 different Hush comics in the 2000s.
Yeah. So anyway, it was like, because Jim Lee is the head of it all.
Hush 2. That's why they're saying Hush 2. This isn't people being facetious. It's literally being marketed as Hush 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
and we literally had a comic, though, I'm pretty sure, called Hush 2. back in the day.
Yeah. So like, the thing is though,
Right now, we also have a comic called Hush 2. Like that's what I mean. Is it's not people
I'm
pull
being
this out of the hat.
pedantic.
It's literally called Hush 2. That's the storyline.
well, actually, technically, it's Hush to. It's Ha to Shush. But anyway, so what I had said was like in Arkham, like in the Arkham games, they introduce him in the second one. They really like basically he first starts actually doing anything villainous. Not in this one at all. He hasn't done anything villainous yet. He hasn't done Hush. And
he's still gainfully employed. He was on the schedule. We just saw
he's gainfully employed. So, but in this, in the next one, there's a whole side mission where you follow this guy who's been stealing skin off of people, and then you get caught and you meet Hush, and he's wrapped in bandages, and he unwraps his bandages, and he is wearing Bruce Wayne's face.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Elliott has completely transformed himself into Bruce Wayne, and I'm like, oh my god, like this guy is so cool. You have a surgeon who has decided, who is like this dark version of Batman. It's not dark version of Batman, dark version of Bruce, who is trying to take over the Bruce Wayne part of his life that he is largely abandoned. I'm like, that is so cool. And then I read Hush, and it's like nothing like that. And it was really just a nothing burger.
That whole stealing Bruce's identity, that doesn't happen until after Bruce dies in the comics.
Yeah.
The entire Bat family just used it to their advantage. They're just like, well, Batman publicly died. We need to wait a couple months for Bruce to die. And so they're just like, what if we invite Hush to the event?
Yeah. But like, and literally the response from Alex was, leave it to Paul Dini to try to make something out of Hush. Like, how to make something out of nothing. It's like, yeah.
I love how this game will often bring up like the most just obscure storylines or plot beats and details, just as references at any time. Like the prison warden guy who you meet a bunch of times in this place, he's from one random comic, which I really love, called Arkham Asylum Living Hell. And it is just the most obscure pull, in my opinion, and I love it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I will say in a game that is about Arkham Asylum, any comic that is titled Arkham Asylum is not an obscure pull.
Fair.
I mean, yeah, especially given that this is like this particular game is largely based off of Arkham Asylum, A Serious Place on Serious Earth, and I have apparently. Okay, I know what's happening. I keep on moving my mouse outside of my screen and clicking things. Oops. That's what caused that to pause. But yeah.
So they have a vision chart on the wall. There is no chair. Like there's no optometrist chair.
Where?
It was in the hall.
I'll show you in a second.
And it was
hey, there's the guy I was just talking about.
Oh, Aaron. No, that's Aaron Cash.
To use them without the chair.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
He's from Living Hell.
Sorry, you said the warden. I thought you were talking about Warden Sharp.
No, I meant the cop guy, the guy who's in charge of security.
Ah. Okay, I can't do that yet. But yeah, no, Aaron. I also love that he had that he lost his hand to Killer Croc.
Mm-hmm. He has a crocodile leather wallet because he during in Living Hell, Croc stealing his hand, it basically emasculated him and made him feel like he couldn't do his job as the chief of security. And then during the storyline, magic bullshit happened, and so like ghosts and demons were spawning in Arkham, and the ghost of his hand came back and let him rip a chunk of flesh off of Killer Croc, and then he used that flesh to make a crocodile leather skin wallet.
Oh. I would not have made a wallet. I would have used it to skin my cool robot hand that I would have gotten in in the wake of this.
I don't know if there was enough flesh for that.
Mm.
Also, he doesn't have a cool robot hand. He has just a regular prosthetic hook.
Well, I
Then you
think
know what?
Miranda's saying she'd have gotten a cool robot hand.
The
Like, give her-
crocodile skin goes on the base of the hook, obviously. You remind Croc every time he sees you.
He just pull out his wallet.
Okay, no.
No way, no way. That's way too much work. It's on your hand, then literally you just like raise the hook. You're like,
This was probably one of the hardest puzzles for me to figure out when I was first playing this game, so let me know if you need any help with this one.
I remember this one. I just gotta... There we go. This would be easier if I had the if I had actually purchased the what's it called? Remote control Battening.
Yeah.
But oh well, say la vie. And then this guy is really... Oh, man. Come on. Damn it,
Nope.
missed. The cape just is so unresponsive here. You know what's bad? We could drop him into that gas right now.
Yeah. But I think it gives you a game over if you do that because he dies.
Oh, okay. That's probably a good idea not to do that. Although, we would get to see what that game over looks like. Wait a second. I think... I think the fan control is in that room.
Oh, I think you need to actually, like,
I think we actually have to drop him. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, he's safe because he turned the gas
That is
off.
very... You know what that is, though? That is Mike Barr. That is Mike Barr Batman right there. That is a
Yeah.
batshit crazy idea he would do.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, God. Oh, let's see. Wait. I always like to let Miranda do the Riddler challenges. Was this fire too hot for the too hot off the press?
You're to fly off the press.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, let's see. Sorry, let me do that. Check that again. You're right. So yeah, was this firefly too hot off the presses? Yeah.
Oh, is there like is poor Firefly squashed?
No.
Is there a squash bug somewhere?
No. There are newspaper clippings though.
Oh.
Garfield Lynn's Blaze escapes. Firefly escapes Gotham on high alerts.
Roman Sionis in court.
Hmm. Yeah.
As he should be.
Either of you seen Birds of Prey?
I have, and I loved it. I saw it
Ewan
3 times in
McGregor,
theaters.
yes.
I love Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. Amazing performance.
I loved
love-
him
it's-
being like, you know what? I'm gonna let this child go. And I was like, wait a second. Is that a snot bubble? Ugh. Cut her face off.
You understand that he's pathetic.
Like,
I love how much of a raging misogynist he is in the movie.
oh yeah. And like reading
It's
into the
perfect
comics,
villain for a
he
girl power
really
movie.
is.
Like, just like the movie is all about female empowerment and fuck men and women are awesome. Just have the villain be just the most insane, misogynistic bastard who's very clearly gay for his bodyguard.
Yeah, no, I love that he is like, yeah. By the way, This would be the one of the many
The eye chart.
eye charts we saw. There's one down here.
So, I mean, sometimes examination rooms will have eye charts for like a purpose, but hallways don't because there's no point in it being in a hallway.
Look, they only have so many graphics. See, that one, both of them literally have the same slash claw marks on them.
Yep.
Yeah, they broke their budget on that one sign. They were like, what would be in a hospital? Maybe like some kind of a chart showing the human body? No! Or maybe a sign that says things like flu season, wash your hands. No! Eye charts. Nothing but eye charts. As far as the eye can see.
Well, assuming you can see, because maybe you need that eye chart.
But you know who's not here? There's no puzzle for him either. You know who's not here? Ten-Eyed Man.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I think this came out before he existed.
Give me these scratch marks and tell me that's Ten-Eyed Man.
Ten-Eyed Man's from the 80s.
Oh. They went like a long time without like appearing.
I'm gonna look him up. Ten-Fingered Man.
I think most of them are Ten-Fingered Men.
Like I literally had never run across him until he popped up in I think it was the New 52.
Oh no, he's from the 70s.
Okay,
Yeah,
like I had literally never run across him.
Yeah, he's
Like,
he
you know how like villains come into vogue.
Yeah.
Alright, this is where I came from. Never mind. Wrong way.
Yeah, he debuts in literally 1970.
Alright, I already went to observation and surgery. Looks like I just gotta go to the x-ray room. That's not gonna be horrific.
Is he creepy in the 70s or is he just like a dude with purple pants and like an eye t-shirt on?
He was I can just read out his Wikipedia thing. He served as a soldier in the U.S. Special Forces in Vietnam until he was honorably discharged or a grenade fragment hit him between the eyes. He returned to his civilian life as a warehouse guard. One night, he was knocked out by thieves who had planted a bomb to blow up the warehouse. When Batman arrived at the scene, he had recovered, but his vision was blurred. He mistook Batman for one of the thieves and attempted to battle him. By the time he did recognize Batman, the warehouse exploded and Reardon's retinas were burned, which impacted his war injury and blinded him permanently in both eyes. A brilliant doctor named Engstrom reconnected the optic nerves to his fingertips, enabling him to see through them. Reardon blamed Batman for what had happened to him, and under the identity the Ten-Eyed Man, he tried to take his revenge on him. After some difficulty, Batman subdued him. By the time Batman had found Dr. Engstrom, he discovered that Ten-Eyed Man had gotten away. He then hijacked a plane to Vietnam.
I can see why Ten-Eyed Man did not stick around. That is lackluster.
He then would get rebooted in the yeah.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't get rebooted until New 52.
I still want to
Okay,
give
yeah.
Automatopoeia
That's what I mean.
reverse
I'd
mind
never
powers.
come across him until then. So,
Yeah,
okay.
He shows up again to fight Man-Bat as the only villain worthy of fighting Man-Bat.
Ooh, I can see you. Ooh, spooky fingers.
I'm sorry. Ten-Eyed Man.
Get out of here, Ten-Eyed Man.
Ten-Eyed Man versus the man who flies with jazz hands.
The idea is that they're both blind but can still see in their own unique way.
Okay, well, by that logic, Crazy Quilt should have been there. It should have been the Spider-Man meme. Ridiculous. Yes, of course. Of course, only the man with fingers on his eyes can be the natural enemy of the man that turns into a person-eating bat.
Alright, so how am I going to take these guys out? Oh, okay, I know what I got to do. Oh, this is fun. This is actually pretty fun. Okay. One.
Okay. Well, honey, since you're on the stream, I have to ask, if you could add any one menu item to Costco, what menu item would it be?
I've only been to Costco once in my life, so I'm not really the best to answer that question.
Yeah,
What
apparently.
options are already available at Costco?
All right.
So Costco very famously has a very cheap like food court, and the reason why is that it encourages people to stay longer. So it makes sense, right? And so it's things like it's $2.50 for a hot dog that is 8 inches long and a Pepsi.
All right,
It's
I'm
like
adding
$3
lobster.
for a slice of pizza that is like bigger than my face. They have a Caesar chicken bake. They don't like it. They have like churros. They have these frozen blended coffee beverages that are delicious.
Okay, Miranda, I'm adding lobster.
Yes. Lobster.
I am adding the claim to fame of Western New York, the pizza log.
Love it.
What is a pizza log?
A pizza log is an egg roll with a mozzarella stick wrapped in pepperoni inside of it.
Oh, like a hot pocket.
Except it's
Like a
an egg
crunchy
roll.
hot pocket.
Well, it's not, so a hot pocket is ground pepperoni in basically a molten thing of cheese.
Molten
This is
cheese, yeah.
instead a tube of mozzarella, basically a cheese stick with pepperoni wrapped around it, and then you wrap that in an egg roll, and then you deep fry that.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It is really good.
I will. That does sound pretty good, honestly.
They put a bit of marinara sauce in there as well, and it's really good. It's called a pizza log. It's the claim to fame of Western New York. We created it. It's from Buffalo.
I feel like it is not the claim to fame of Buffalo.
I mean, yeah, the Buffalo hot wings is definitely it. But can be a close second.
But anyway, I'm about to blow up these guys.
Okay.
Oceans!
Oh, wrong
Fire!
button. Now I'm about to blow up myself, apparently.
Yeah, I hate how easy it is to switch to do the detonator button versus the spray button.
The wall is caving in and the ceiling at the same time.
Yep. All right. Hey, what is the what one for this room? Sorry, let me just check. This is. Oh, there's nothing in this room. Huh. Okay. Fine.
It's because she was standing in a corner. That's very convenient for her.
Miss Penny. Yeah. Right. Yeah, they had guns. There were 5 men with guns. Yes, they're talking like they're in control.
I believe she's the secret villain of this whole game, isn't she?
I believe she. Yes, she was the one who was in charge of who actually was doing the experiments with Titan venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you look at the X-ray charts, they're all the exact same X-ray charts over and over again.
Yep. They're also in the exact same, like...
Arkham Asylum decorates with X-rays. Like, they're not there to serve a purpose. No doctor is looking at those. They've just decorated with them.
Like...
They're like, you know what? I'm tired of the seeing eye charts. Let's hang up some bones instead.
But, like, yeah, like, even, like... Not even just, like, individual pieces. Like, but this weird man with hands for arms...
I think that's supposed to be Man-Bat.
Maybe that's a different idea.
Maybe it is. Mid-transformation.
Maybe that's the Ten-Eyed Man. Maybe those are his eyes.
But, like, that guy shows up everywhere. Look at that. Right there. Always next to this thing, too.
Okay. So,
Yeah, it's the exact same graphic over and over again.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is, like, it'd be one thing if it was this square. And we're going to repeat that, and we're going to repeat all these other ones. No. They saved them all together.
But Do we think that when the 10-eyed man has to get his eyes checked, does he have to cover up 9 fingers and do one at a time?
I think he makes a fist.
No, then he's blind. He can't make a fist.
No, what I mean
he
is
has to have his fingers extended.
to close one thing, to have just one out.
Oh my gosh. Finger puppets. He has to put little finger puppets on the other fingers so only one is seeing at a time.
I love it.
All right, is there one for this room? Is there one out here? In this hallway? No. Okay.
By the way, that is, you can consider that my contribution to the
Oh!
Gotham Pride drawing. I want the 10-eyed man
I forgot.
with little like pride flag hats on each of his fingers.
You have to stun him.
Yeah. You know what was hilarious? Was being like, I'm gonna look at the teeth in there, and seeing, oh wait, there's a dude. I forgot that happens.
I do like that you can use the X-ray vision to basically get spoilers on scenes. Like they didn't, like they could have just had the X-ray vision not show a skeleton in there, but they intentionally included the skeleton in there to like give you a little sneak peek of what's going to happen. Because they could have just literally had the guy just spawn into existence when the box exploded.
It also just allows you to be Batman. Like, hey, yeah, I'm not at all surprised about this.
Also, when that man got like his marching orders for the day, do you think he was disappointed, being like, sweet, we're gonna take over Arkham, we're gonna make it ours, it's gonna be so cool, alright boss, what do you need me to do? I need you to crouch in a box. That box may or may not open.
Yeah.
And he may or may not open.
No. Because the thing is, we're going to wait until Batman goes into this room. Then when he comes back out of the room, then we're going to put the box there.
You behind in a box.
But what if he doesn't come back out? There were like 5 guys with guns in that room. And they're like, yeah, just be glad you're not one of the 5 guys with guns.
Well, I was more thinking, like, as the 5 guys with guns are getting picked off by Batman, they're just yelling, Jeffrey, come out of the box! I'm not gonna do that, Phil! This is my job!
Oh, hey, look what I gotta do again.
In this mission, and that is to be in this box.
Alright.
I love the Predator missions. They're my favorite part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a straggler.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Have they gone actually down to the bottom floors? Because, like, no one shows up on the lower floors anymore in this thing. And there's, like, a whole set.
So, you know how, like,
I like to lure them into places where I can blow them up with a bomb.
I have blown up all those places without actually finding it, without actually managing to do it, because I continue to get, because they continue to not come back there after I set the bomb. Or I'm like, oh, hey, yes. Nope.
This Gotham is like a creepy city. How much worse has his life become since he's become a literal hook-handed man? Like, do you think children scream at him?
You talking about Cash?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude with the hook hand. Like, do you think his life has gotten like significantly worse? Not just because he now has to deal with a physical disability, right? But it's gotten significantly worse because he happens to live in Gotham, a place that's already really creepy and cryptid-like, and he just so happens to match perhaps one of, like, a description for perhaps one of the best known urban legends of all time.
Yeah, right. Oh, hey.
Oh, a spider. Scarab.
We have been the organ, cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants,
giving all to protect it, and still it has chosen to hurt us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I kind of want to blow this wall up. I need someone to go here if I want to really make use of it, though. I know there's something behind it. Oh, this could be fun. Let's see. Is there anyone nearby?
Yeah. Oh, somebody's coming close by you.
But he's up on the parapet up there. It's really not like...
So, how reactive are the guards? Like, if you throw a battering into
Well,
a
this one's
corner,
about to
will
shoot
they go
me.
check out the corner?
Yeah, they will. They are pretty reactive.
Yep.
Yeah. I tend to be super paranoid when I'm playing these things where I'm constantly checking every angle, every opportunity to catch these guys. I'm very methodical when I play this Predator modes.
Yeah, I'm bad.
To be fair, I'm not a very fun person to watch when I play these modes because I'm slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I'm so methodical.
Come on. One of you guys. Go over there. Go over there. Go over there.
If you throw a batarang at a place, they will go to it because it'll make a noise.
Yeah, guess which battering I don't have. And also, I tried that last time we played this. Guess what happened there? They found me. Oh, hey. Ooh.
No, if you just throw a regular batarang at the ground, it'll make a noise.
Yeah, I know. I tried to lead people there. It did not work.
Okay.
Mostly because they found me. I am. You missed the part where I said I am really bad at stealth games. Please notice my health. Also, notice how these guys are spooked. So now they are staying together.
Yeah, you have to be basically Oh, okay.
Oh, hey. Hey, they might go. They might get there. I'll just check. Oh, no, never mind. Nah, not gonna work. But...
Murder, murder, murder. Death and blood. Fire. You know, it'd be great right now. Oh, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
You can get to jump on them. Like right now, you can jump over and stealth take out one guy while he's the other guy's.
Oh, wrong button. I didn't take him to actually take him down.
No, I meant to, no, not now.
Yeah, I know. But I'm about to die. Just kill me.
I didn't mean to do an air takedown of him. I meant fly down, drop behind him, and then do a stealth takedown.
Ah.
Yeah, don't do the air takedowns. That will just put them in a stun state.
I forgot about that as it went down. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do a quick stealth drop behind them and then take them out. And their reaction speed is fast enough that if you do anything in front of them, they will immediately notice and shoot you or do anything. But if you get to a point where they're both facing away from you, you do have opportunity when you like stealth take down one that you'll be able to take him out before the other guy reacts, and then if there's only one guy around, you can then just beat him up to immediately.
Give me 1 second here. Apparently I need to allow cookies for a second there. Okay, back. Alright. Let's do this right this time. But first... Alright.
That guy's below.
He wasn't right below me there.
Do a survey of the whole room. So that guy's down there. That guy's even lower. And Alright, so that guy at the very bottom, you can try and take him out because everyone else is not going to be able to see him.
Yep.
So you want to get all the way to the bottom floor to take him out first. You don't need to climb up that way.
I know, but there's a way into a tunnel over here. I'm just checking to make sure that actually is still there. Okay, good. Oh, no. It turns out it does not record, not remember that. Good thing I went and got that.
Oh, there he is. Quick.
I wish I could drag him into the into these little the
Yeah,
grate.
no, that'd be really cool.
You just yoink people into the vents.
You can kind of do that in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
first
you
do
can
a
just put people in where you're hiding.
We want to do a scan to figure out where everyone is so we can plan where we're going to go next.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see.
Alright, so they're both up on this floor now. Okay. They're
Okay,
very...
so
you can get
can they
these guys
find-
very easily. Okay.
And they
So
find
they're-
each other's like unconscious bodies.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what happens.
That's right.
That's why they started hanging out together earlier. They'll find
As
him on
soon
the
as they
next
start
floor.
going down the stairs, because they're probably going to go down the stairs on the opposite direction. As soon as they do that, you want to quickly... Yeah, okay, go, or...
Oh, no.
Okay, now they're both facing away from you.
No.
Okay, yeah, he's... Yeah, go, he's... Go.
And
And now
once
you can
he's
fly
out,
into the rafters.
yeah, I'm going up. And now that he's the only one I can glide kick him with no problem.
Yeah.
I think next time I'm grabbing, I'm plugging the a controller in. Although I'll need to actually pick up a good another cable because I've got that one because my current only cable that'll actually work for that is doing my mic.
I'm not picking up what you said at all.
Sorry. Next time I think I'm actually gonna grab a next time I'm at Staples, which actually should be soon enough. I'm gonna grab a cable to connect my mic to my what's it called?
Your mic to your computer.
Not to, yeah, well, rather to actually plug in my controller, rather. Damn it!
Oh, I know. I hate it when that happens.
There we go.
I just love how ridiculous it is. Like the Riddler was apparently in the walls at some point before this happened.
Oh, the locations that Riddler manages to sneak these into is sometimes fucking bullshit.
I like the idea that he has spent the past year in like his allotted arts and crafts time making each of these like little trophies, and then he's been squirreling them away places and no one has asked questions. Like they're just like it keeps him calm.
Yeah.
He's just constantly making these Riddler trophies.
Yeah, I like to think it took him a year to do this and to plan this, and that entire time he didn't cause a single problem for anyone who works there, and so they were just like, just let him have his macaroni Riddler trophies.
Yeah, I love this. Just like, yeah, I've got you in an elevator. Now let's just kill you.
I love that, but also the fact that wouldn't work because of the way that elevators work.
Well, if he has control over the elevator's controls.
No, I mean, like, you could literally cut the line and everything. Won't do shit.
Couldn't he just
Yeah.
override the controls and have it just drive down super fast?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know
you
how
can't.
fast...
So there's a lot of safety precautions in elevators because it's a very fair concern that they'll hurtle people to their death. So if elevators start dropping at a certain speed, the kind of one of the automatic processes to stop an elevator will happen, and it's basically like these little hook things that pop out to slow it down.
Gotcha. Oh, I love the scarecrow parts of this game.
Oh yeah, this is fantastic. Are you going to take their hat off to Harley Bats? Let's see. Yeah.
I recommend doing or actually I think this is one of the places where you have to do the riddles before the quest line is over, because I don't think you can come back here afterwards.
You can. Because
Okay.
the thing is, there's a Riddler trophy probably up here and in this room. Oh right, yeah, this whole room here. But you can't access it until you get the Bat Claw, which is a later thing.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, literally every one of the rooms down here. The only thing is that there's a couple of rooms that don't have anything in them. They were very good at not putting anything in here that you absolutely, in a room that you could not go back to. There are a couple of rooms you can't go back to. They're repeats. Like this thing here, this requires you to use a scanner thing that you don't have yet. Why do they have just rough-hewn walls here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's part of the original art. Well,
You know,
part of,
maybe.
I think, the original architecture of Arkham.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the scarecrow.
Oh wait, go back to that. I thought maybe I saw a hat.
You know, looking for the hats off to Harley. I'm
I'm
fairly certain.
I'm guessing it's Mad Hatter's hat.
No, because it's about Harley. I'm fairly certain it's here.
That makes sense.
It's too bad your explosive gel can't break glass.
Yeah, right? Yeah, let's just check that. Are you going to take your hat off to Harley? Yeah.
Or you could just punch through that glass.
Right? I wonder.
Can't be done.
Nope. So
That kind of punch technology has not been invented yet.
Punch technology.
Oh!
subject obscured. It's Harley's hat. Oh, but also look at the Dutch angle on this thing.
Yeah, no, it's really good cinematically.
Like, it's really great that they just, like, they were like, yeah, let's just subtly imply that things are, because, like, it's really hard to notice that this happens until it's like, oh yeah, wait a second. Why am I off kilter?
Yeah.
But it's not off kilter to the same degree in every spot, which I think is brilliant. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, these rooms can't go back
Okay.
to. But this room here.
Which do you think is the better version of Scarecrow? The kind that just has the generic fear toxin, or the kind where each one was very hyper specific?
I like hyper specific.
I like the idea that it specifically latches onto whatever the person is currently most anxious or fearful about, rather than it being like tailor-made to elicit a specific hallucinogenic reaction. I prefer it being specifically directed at whatever you're just immediately worried about, because it allows for great moments where one of my favorite Scarecrow stories, the story of how Batman fell in love and married Catwoman on Earth 2, where Batman is where Dick Grayson is moving out and Vicky Vale is getting married to another man, and he's realizing everyone he knows and is attached to from the Golden Age is leaving him. And he's feeling isolated and alone, because remember, this is before Alfred was like a main staple of his household, so even he's not really there in his life.
Right.
And so he's feeling all this agoraphobia and abandonment issues as everyone is. And then Scarecrow comes in and fear toxins him. And suddenly he's literally seeing everyone vanish before his eyes. Everyone he loves, he cares about, is suddenly disappearing in front of him. And it's so good. And the reason he teams up with Catwoman is he doesn't really know her that well, so he doesn't have the emotion attachment to her so that she still exists. But then as the story progresses, the two of them get so close to one another that he falls in love with her, and then she literally starts to disappear before his eyes again.
That is great. See, I like hyper specific for one reason only. Mostly, I just had because I've been literally with one of my favorite ideas for the way I would tell my Gotham Pride story, like where I would like explain that Gotham Pride is like if I got to write in a Pride anthology about Gotham Pride, right? Like I think many villains are marching in Gotham. All right? I think quite a few of them are in the parade. Who's going to attack the Pride Parade at that point? And my answer is Scarecrow, who was like, "Can I do something with homophobia?"
I do love this room. I love that you can't actually get out of here. It just loops you back into the place.
Yeah.
You have to go to the body.
I know. Oh, I was hoping it would loop me back in again.
No, we don't want you looping over and over again. Oh, no, you actually can't. The bodies aren't in the room the first time around. You have to loop it first in order to find the bodies in here.
Yeah, no.
That was me realizing that. I love that line.
Like a man.
That one wasn't there a second ago.
No, this was.
There he is.
I don't think it was when he first enters the room. I think that
no, all three were there when I entered this room. Yes.
Okay.
And now,
but
the back of the room wasn't there. Was there?
What, Miranda?
What about Scarecrow costume? All right, classic Wizard of Oz Scarecrow. Mr. Needlefingers as appears in like the Arkham games.
Yeah, Mr. Needlefingers.
Or the one that looks like a scarecrow that someone could actually make with like the weird hat and the gas mask now.
I love the modern scarecrow design. I love it so much that it's actually confirmed that I have a headcanon that was more a wishful fantasy that because the New 52 Scarecrow is radically different from previous Scarecrow because they completely give him a whole new origin with the whole abusive father scientist situation instead of the abusive grandmother in a bird sanctuary type deal.
Sanctuary.
It's my belief. In the original Scarecrow Year One story, we learned that his mother abandoned him to live with his grandmother, and his grandmother had like a big old bird I forget what the term is. It's a big old room that's like a sizable small library.
Aviary.
Yeah, an aviary.
An aviary. Yeah,
An aviary.
She has an aviary that she raises crows in, and he uses Pavlovian psychology to make the crows kill his grandmother because she was so abusive and evil towards him.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. But then in the New 52, we get a completely different version of his backstory where he is his father was a evil scientist studying fear toxin stuff, torturing him. And
Gotham! That's what's used in Gotham!
Yep.
Yeah, and they use and that he's then recreating his own father's experiments on other people to try and do and everything. And it's my headcanon that his father is the original Scarecrow, and that he is a new version of that he's a legacy Scarecrow. And I want the original Scarecrow to keep this new awesome design that he got from Fear State, and change his name to the Fear Monger, and then have his son be the current Scarecrow. So yeah, that's my headcanon idea I want to do with the Scarecrow is make his son a actual thing in the comics and have OG Jonathan Crane keep the new Fear State costume and get a new branding.
All right. So the riddle for this room is: what silent killer of the ocean can be found in a tiny jar?
Oh, this is another Living Hell reference.
Okay. Tiny jar.
Whatever it is, it's in that jar.
Right. I think. Oh, there it is.
I was like, is it methane gas?
Yeah, this is another reference to Living Hell. He was the protagonist of the story.
Great white shark?
He was a con man who was not from Gotham, who did basically Social Security insurance scam, where he stole a whole bunch of people's insurance money. And he pled insanity to try and get out of going to jail, not realizing what pleading insanity means in Gotham. And they just jump with it and say, "Oh, you want to plead insanity? Okay!" Bang! Sends him to Arkham.
Oh my god.
And yeah, he goes to Arkham.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's a piece of shit, and it's awesome. And he spends the whole book basically being tortured and terrified and attacked by all the inmates in the place. And it ends with Jane Doe locking him in Mr. Freeze's freezer room, where his face gets like so frostbittenly damaged, his nose falls off and his skin starts to peel off of his face, and so he basically ends up like a great white shark, where his skin is like whitish hue from being frozen, and he doesn't have a nose, and he's got like this. It's a great, yeah. That's what he looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a really great story. I really recommend it.
I will say that story does sound a lot like a Tales from the Crypt comic.
It's really good. I really recommend it.
Okay.
Oh, there they are.
Damn it. Yeah, getting plugging in a controller next time.
Every now and then, it's kind of fun to read like a Just Dessert story.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that he saves the day in the end. Because the plot revolves around a evil of some people going mad and writing runes to demons to like summon them, resulting in Arkham being dragged into hell. And Jason Blood is there, and he's like investigating the situation, but he gets captured by the demons. But they don't have any. The person who originally like made the seal gets killed, and so before he could make his pact with the demons, and they need somebody to make the pact with them so they can be free to cause carnage and be released onto Earth. And so Great White, who's a lawyer, decides, who's like knows how to make all these scammy contracts and stupid business deals, agrees to be the adjudicator for the situation, and basically tricks the demons into writing a terrible contract against themselves, where they get then banished back to hell.
Mm.
Oh my god, he does fraud against demons. It's great.
Yeah,
gotta love doing fraud against demons.
Also, because he becomes friends with Humpty Dumpty, and because the demons only speak in rhyme, he needs Humpty Dumpty to transcribe his conversations to the demons, because only Humpty Dumpty knows how to talk in fluid nursery rhyme.
Oh man, that is a pain in the ass. I love it.
Alright. This one is an easy one. Is this bear the bane of his existence? Also, this gives us...
Look, it's his murder teddy bear. It's a Shiv teddy.
No, this is Osito. This is Bane's teddy bear.
Yeah, no. So part of Bane's sort of original backstory is that like his one friend growing up in the prison pit was his teddy bear, but the teddy bear also held his shiv so that when people attacked him, he could kill them.
Ah. Yeah.
Original Bane, like it's. I love Bane. There's no such thing as a bad Bane unless it's the movie Bane where like he just yells his name all the time, like a Pokemon. But
I love Bane in Legacy Contagion because it's such an interesting evolution of his character where he has this pure childlike understanding of morality that he thinks that because he's on the winning side that means he's the good guy, and so nothing he's doing is immoral because he's winning, and the winners are never the bad guys. And so, by proxy, because he can't be the bad guy, nothing he does can be bad.
I don't like that so much. Like, one of the things I really respect is the way that Bane is meant to be like this foil to Batman. Like, original Bane has his own moral code. It's just a different moral code than Batman's, and like he does adhere to it. Like throughout words are escaping me. Give me a tick. Oh, throughout Nightfall, he has multiple opportunities to kill Robin, and he never does because his beef isn't with Robin. It doesn't serve him to kill Robin. Like, he's not going to kill the 14-year-old no matter how annoying the 14-year-old is. And, like, I think that says so much about Bane, the fact that he leaves Robin and, like, Alfred untouched, that it is literally just about him besting Batman. It's not about him besting Batman as Bruce Wayne. It's about him besting Batman, as, like, this representative of the shadow bat demon that haunted his nightmares.
And then City of Bane happened, and Tom King understood none of that.
No, it's... Eventually, Tom King comes for all of our favorites, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that I wish more people really understood about Bane is that he is highly intelligent. Like, he's big because Batman is big. Like, that's the idea behind it. He's also highly intelligent. He's also highly moral. He does have a sense of compassion. It's not Batman's sense of compassion, but it does exist. Like, when during Battle of the Cowl, he appears in it to help keep Gotham City safe until, like, order can be restored out of a sense of respect for the fallen Batman.
To be clear, I'm not saying Bane is dumb in Legacy Cataclysm. It's just that he has an adult intelligence. It's just he has a childlike understanding of morality and emotional development because of his sheltered, very emotionally underdeveloped upbringing of living in a prison his entire life.
I still don't like it. Like, I think it's still a reduction of his character in my mind.
You have to climb up the stairs, I believe.
Yeah, I just gotta find him. Oh, we're at these stairs. Yeah. My favorite part of the Battle for the Cowl, like, thing was that when Bane showed up and he saves this family, he's like, and they're like, who do we say saved us? And they're like, Batman. It was Batman.
I do also love Bane in Secret 6, where he develops a very interesting father-daughter relationship with Scandal Savage.
Yeah. So for the record, the outfit shot for Gotham Pride is gonna be Bane, but his shirt says "I love my lesbian daughter." I'm tempted to make it "I love my lesbian daughters," because vengeance definitely is. But
Well, he's got 2.
yes,
Well, technically, 3 if you count his daughter-in-law. Or 4, actually.
4 if you count his daughters-in-law.
Both daughter-in-laws.
Yeah, that's what I said. Daughters-in-law.
Oh. I guess it is daughter... So the thing is, daughter-in-law is one hyphenated word, so it should be daughter-in-laws.
But it's like attorneys general.
I
No,
guess?
but it would be daughter-in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is one word.
Yeah, it's a hyphenated word.
I still feel like the in-law is an adjective. Even if it is one
It's not
word.
an adjective, though. It's one word because it's if you remove in-law, then it's daughter. And a daughter is completely separate from a daughter-in-law. It's a different relationship.
Mm. Yeah. Oh well. I gotta fight Bane now. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Holy.
The worst
Face
part
so
of the
far.
original Arkham game, the Titan fights.
And the fact that I'm on a computer doing it with double screen. Damn it.
I don't know how you have such
So
a
we
problem
face
with your mouse
Scarecrow, we
on
face
screen.
Bane. Anyone else?
So the way
Is
to
it
do
Scarecrow
these
Bane so
fights
far?
is hit him in the face,
Alright, I'm
run him
check.
into a
What was the
wall.
question?
Damn it!
What was the question? I was getting chips.
I was not. There was no question.
I'm
Oh.
trying to keep track of like main Batman villains that we faced so far. So
In the
I
game?
think this stream, so it's in Scarecrow and Bane.
Okay. You fought Scarecrow and Bane. You've also fought Amygdala. I know that because he's in the tutorial fight.
What? Amygdala?
No.
Yeah, he's in the
So
first...
I don't think it was Amygdala. I think it was Zaz.
No, it's the first... Not
I'm not
not
keeping
the...
track of
No, not the
tutorial
actual
fight
literal...
with Zaz.
No, I'm not talking about the Zaz fight. I'm talking about the first Titan fight you have that's in the elevator before it Harley drops the elevator down the shaft.
That hasn't happened yet.
Yes, has it not happened?
It has not happened. I've been watching this game. Knight's been playing it.
Okay, I thought that was one of the first fights you have. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay. But just this stream.
Oh, just this
Scarecrow,
stream.
Bane.
Yeah, Scarecrow and Bane's
because
just in the screen.
Okay, I keep track.
Okay. I gotta tell you, Batman Venom is an underrated comic.
Batman what?
Venom.
Oh, I love Batman Venom. It's such a good comic.
Batman on steroids the entire time.
Batman fighting addiction is such a powerful scene.
Mm. Batman just going more and more fash as the addiction just ravages his mind.
Mm-hmm. Batman genuinely considering for half a second killing Jim Gordon.
Haven't we all?
Oh, that was useful.
Then
You have to run
Batman
away first.
taking his addiction and not paying enough attention to what actually happens to the dangerous substance, and then it ends up getting used on prisoners.
Yeah. That's actually what happens here, too.
Yeah.
Backhand.
Why are you just marching like slowly towards him?
Because I forget to press the space button to run.
It's about timing. If Knight can time it right, he can slowly saunter over to Bane.
Come on. Okay. That's better.
As somebody who beat Arkham Origins with on their like MacBook Pro with a that ended up playing the game so hard they broke their mouse clicking through that final fight because it's so fucking click heavy, spam heavy. It's very funny seeing you struggle with this very early match with just a mouse and two screens.
I want to establish this. I have 100% completed this with just my mouse and all that. I will say I do think part of it is being talked to, but also that's part of the point of this. So like I'm not about to like, you know, it's like I am blaming you slightly, but also whatever. Like that's kind of the point.
Mm-hmm. You can't saunter up to him. You have to jump.
Yeah.
I will say, out of all of the prospective half-brothers of Bruce Wayne, Bane is my favorite.
Okay, consider this. If alternate time, if Flashpoint Thomas Wayne adopted Bane during Tom King's whole weird City of Bane thing, would that legally make them brothers?
It'd be very weird if
it brothers in the way that Jason is brothers with literally anyone else.
Yeah.
It'd make it very weird to have them be have Thomas adopt Bane, considering how weirdly homosexual the two are in that story.
That's her.
Just like wrestling nude in Arkham.
I didn't get that. I did not get the gay vibe. I did get the we're treating Bane like an animal vibe.
Like they're wrestling nude in an asylum together. It's very gay in my opinion.
I think it's very much like I think the amount of Bane nudity is kind of is a way of dehumanizing him, and that's part of my problem with it because it's likening him to a mindless beast, and like Thomas Wayne has to be the mastermind.
Don't feel too bad with this fight, Nick. I absolutely hated this fight when I played this game back in the day as a teenager. I lost this round so many times.
Damn it.
Wouldn't you suppose you could throw the Batarang right as he's picking up?
Bane and Batman did become stepbrothers after City of Bane. I think he would still fight Batman, but I think he'd be like the fun uncle. All of the kids.
Okay, but
I mean, remember that time in the 2000s when he thought he was Batman's brother, and was just running around in the rooftops fighting crime as Batman's brother.
Please imagine.
Yeah, I loved it.
For like
it
2 seconds, Bane calling Batman hermano. Just.
He would be the guy that like never uses his actual name. It's always like hermano, come join me. I have a terrible accent. I'm terribly sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hermano.
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 Oh. Damn it!
You can't do it after he stands up.
No. Once you bit slap shoot, you really can't. There we go. Okay. As it is, I think you also have to actually have him close to not having enough health. I think he's got to actually hit the wall a couple of times first.
He's not even running like he was the Flash for a second, just like zipping across the screen.
His running form is so interesting.
Just off screen.
Off-screen Bane.
This fight is so bullshit. I hate it.
Oh, man.
Like, the fact that he just murdered one of the other guys. Who was giving me kind of a tough time.
Hell.
Alright, I can't hit him now. Okay.
How many more times do you have to jump on his back?
1,
Okay.
3.
Well, better
3
luck
now.
next time.
Yes, I know. Alright,
It's
alright.
not battering we're having trouble with. It's learning how to run.
Okay, concept. Ready? For
Right.
a superhero game. All right. It is a Zatanna game. All right. It is basically Zatanna teaches typing.
Like teaches Japanese.
No,
Great
typing.
educational
Zatanna.
game. No, typing. Like as an educational game.
You have to
Yeah,
type backwards.
She's teaching you how to type in Japanese.
Why would Zatanna?
I think it's a katana.
There we go. No.
Katana with a Z.
Okay, I heard katana.
No, Zatanna. The incredibly overpowered magician who speaks backwards typing.
Okay.
But she gives you the words.
I thought
You
you
get the
were
words
saying
forward, and you have to type them backwards.
When you said you had a video game pitch, I thought you were going to say this, but as We Fit.
Oh God, no.
There we go. You have to like do that and like immediately rapid. Are you just letting him run into the wall over and over again?
No, you have to do it twice. The first time he grabs the wall and throws it at you. The second time, he'll actually go into the disoriented mode.
Gotcha. I thought you were just letting him run into the wall over and over again.
No. That'd be fun. But no.
It is kind of
Now... Damn it. Damn it. Just gonna try and move my mouse all the way over to the other side of the thing. It's weird because my mouse doesn't show up on the fucking screen.
Oh dear.
I would move out of the way now.
Okay. Who would you rather face, just like as a normal person, not fighting, but like a crime is happening in your vicinity perpetrated by this person? Scarecrow or Bane?
Bane.
Bane.
Okay, reasons?
Bane's not really gonna actually like go hardcore or overboard on a regular person. He's gonna probably like flick me in the face and say boo and I'll run away. A Scarecrow, he'll torture me.
Yeah. Like,
Alright.
yeah. Bane, if I run, Bane will not chase me. Scarecrow will poison gas me.
I am gonna go with Scarecrow because while Bane, I don't think goes out of his way to take out people that are uninvolved. I don't think he particularly cares if like a building collapses on them. Whereas with Scarecrow, I'm pretty confident in my abilities to hold my breath and hit him with a stick.
All right. For the record, I think
And
after
then
this
I will
fight,
in fact take out Scarecrow for the greater good.
Mm.
Batmobile to the rescue!
Hit him with your car. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
Okay, but imagine Batman Knight Rider, where the Batmobile gains sentience and becomes his Robin.
I do believe you've
I
just
have a
described
friend
the
that- I have a
Batmobile's
friend that
cartoon.
keeps- So, I have a friend. Every year, I do a Gotham Dungeons and Dragons game. That's like my birthday present to myself. And I have a friend that like every single year, as soon as the game is over, is like, next year I'm going to be the Batmobile. And then she forgets.
Nice.
I have recently learned a system, or learned enough of a system to run it. That would make for a pretty good Batman Gotham roleplay if we want to use it. Blades in the Dark is very easy to learn, honestly.
That one's interesting, but also Blades in the Dark is a heist game. I feel like we would have to be.
Blades in the Dark is not a heist game. It's basically a rule of cool game.
Okay.
It's designed with the intent of using it for heists, but you do not need to use heists to do this. The game mechanics in the system allow for you to do pretty much anything you want. The rule of the game is actually you get to decide what you do, and then you roll to determine whether or not, like, how clean you did it. If you, like, roll a 6, you did it perfectly, no faults, no problems, you just got away with it. Roll a bit in the middle, you did it, but there's gonna be a fault or a flaw of some kind. You get to decide what'll happen. Oh, I punched the guy, but I punched a little off. I hurt my thumb. My hand's a little hurt now. I'm gonna get a penalty to my punches from now on. If you roll really low, things go really bad, and you got to figure out what goes wrong then.
Oh, that's fun.
No, I've swapped. It is 11:30.
Yeah.
I think it is a good idea for us to wind down a bit.
That is fair.
But also, I'm just like, wait a second, I can. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of there's also individual classes in the game. There are 3 different classes with crafting mechanics in them. There are like combat classes, stealth classes. There's a class that lets you create electricity. That just lets you zap electricity at people.
That's fun. I do think that has been a secret dream of mine. However, if we are winding down, then it's probably a good idea to go through each of our outros. Honey, would you like to tell the people who you are?
Hi, I'm Honey. I'm the host of the Price of Infinite Opinions podcast, as well as, I guess, the owner of the Comics Off the Shelf YouTube channel, where you will find each of these 2 people with me on various shows, such as The Syllabus and the aforementioned Price of Infinite Opinions podcast.
Awesome, thank you. I'm Dynamite Miranda, your friendly neighborhood amateur Batman historian. You can find me as Dynamite Miranda. I repeat, Dynamite Miranda. Dinos and Dinosaur. Mighty as in Mighty Mouse Miranda. That's my name. Don't wear it out. On TikTok, on YouTube, and on Blue Sky. And Knight, why don't you close us off here?
And I am Knight the Werewolf Teacher, fake werewolf, real teacher. I am constantly posting comic reviews on the shorts page of Comics Off the Shelf, and you can find me at Werewolf Teacher on Blue Sky. Yeah.
Hi, thank you for joining us.
For the record, I was not trying to, like, end it. I was just like, we could chat here. I was just like, I think defeating Bane was a good spot to stop playing, but we could keep talking a bit.
It's a very good chapter closing mark. It's a very climactic finale.
Yes.
It's still best practices to make sure you do like an outro before people start dipping.
This is fair. Yeah. I just meant like before like the buys started happening. But yeah, no. But yeah, let's see. Do I have you guys? Oh wait. Do I not? Give me a second here.
So just like as a general rule of thumb, you should do like your intro right at the top, and then anytime you see like a sudden spike in viewers. So if you go from having like 3 viewers to 10 viewers, you should do it again just to tell the new people who you are and what you're doing. And then you should always do it like when you're winding down.
Application.
You want people to have you in their brains like fresh when they could potentially be checking out your other content.
Fair. Sorry, I was just adding. Apparently, I've forgotten on this setting to add the Discord audio capture on here.
Was anybody watching the stream?
No idea. At the beginning, a little bit.
We peaked at 5 people, but people would come and go.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't think anybody tuned in to watch the stream when we were doing the art stream. Well, one person tuned in.
A very solid chance that one person was me. I noticed that we're streaming. Okay. Yeah. So if like I was playing the stream the entire time just because like I like to monitor.
Okay. Yeah, we had a friend of mine pop in for a bit. He commented that the background music I had playing was too loud, but we didn't find out about that until the end of the stream.
Yeah. We currently have 2 people watching right now, which is Miranda and myself. I am fairly certain that I'm still floored by the fact that one of my that one of my car recorded haul videos got 1,000 views.
Oh wow!
Your haul video?
Yeah. So before I post my weekly, what I read videos, each individual review, I do a haul video on Wednesday when I buy my comics.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. That got us that got 1,000 views.
Wow.
You saw the tweet on Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm.
I tweeted about that on Blue Sky. I'm like, was it one of our nicely produced ones? You know, your deep dive, your really cool Black Lightning one, where we reveal, maybe Barry Allen needs to have a talk with HR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, actually. I'm now thinking about a skit we could do. There's gotta be more of these moments.
Like he was only being hired because he was black.
Yeah, no. There's gotta be more moments we can pull. Justice League HR.
I have a Justice League HR character. That's what I've been trying to say.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you do have that.
Ellen. That's her board.
Like, oh my god, yeah, like just sit Barry with the, because that was ridiculous. Oh my god.
Pull some of the lanterns in. We could do this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Plastic Man. Oh my gosh, Plastic Man is a walking HR violation.
Oh
okay,
yeah.
That scene where he dresses, he goes as somebody as Big Bart as dressed. That's a very out of character moment for the guy. I know that a lot of Plastic Man fans really hate that scene because of how out of character it is.
I mean, to be fair to one of his instances,
like his time on the Justice League, how he would do like the looky eyes at people and stuff.
Oh. See, I was thinking about. I mean, the time he was Harley's pants was consensual. He was asked for that.
Yeah.
Again, like I'm not referring to the clothing stuff because I think a majority of that like the person has to agree to. I'm referring to like the innuendos he used to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! The Big Barda situation. She thinks that he's just a regular dress somebody brought up for her to put on, and then when somebody asks her where she got the dress, she's like, I thought one of you, and then realizes the color of it being all red. She tries to just like choke and rip Plastic Man off of her. It's a really uncomfortable, out of character moment that all Plastic Man fans hate.
See, also,
Really who wrote that?
I would also like to send him to HR over the events of Plastic Man No More.
Oh.
So in that, Plastic Man is dying. He has lost his He's still elastic. He has lost his plasticity, though. The ability to retain shape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. Hero Hotline talked about that with the character.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a fantastic comic. But he becomes obsessed with one, saving his life, and two, saving his son's life from whatever's about to happen. As you do. But what he needs is to recreate the situation that gave him his powers or something or other. He needs to create a nuclear explosion.
What? He didn't have... That's not the original comic. I thought he just fell into
Okay, I don't remember exactly what he needed to do. I don't remember why he needed to do it. He did need to create a nuclear explosion. Also, in order to get enough uranium for that, he had to steal uranium, the Metal Man villain. He had to team up with the Metal Men, and he got them all killed.
That's okay. Metal Men can be brought back whenever.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's uranium. They didn't go after Plutonium Man.
I don't know. Is plutonium used in the creation of nukes? I know uranium is.
I know plutonium is volatile nuclear material.
But it might be a different kind. Like if he needs a specific kind of radiation in order to become stretchy.
Plutonium used in bombs.
And Honey's on
yes, plutonium is used in nuclear bombs, specifically plutonium-239. The Fat Man atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki used plutonium.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Plutonium Man is the red-headed stepchild of the Metal Men. He is the, Daddy, why won't you love me? I'm going to kill your other kids so you'll love me.
Oh, they used uranium, who was described as the evil big brother of the Metal Men.
Yeah, that's Plutonium Man.
Well, in this case, he was uranium. I don't know.
Yeah, he's Plutonium Man in the original comic, and he's their big brother, and he's super angry that Daddy doesn't love him and loves all his other kids more, and so I'm gonna kill all of them so you'll love me, Daddy.
Apparently,
I mean, I think all of this could be solved if the scientists would just stop making like metal children.
Yeah,
I think all this problems would be solved if Doc Magnus would just acknowledge that the robots are sentient, sapient beings and stop being a dick about it.
Honestly,
okay.
I would say this.
You know what? New idea for a comic. The Metal Men sue for recognition as people.
Oh, I would kill for a chance to write that story because that is Platinum's entire character arc in the original run. She is the driving protagonist of the run, and her entire focus is just trying to force the rest of society to acknowledge that she is just as much of a person as all the other people in this room. It's so transcoded. It's so amazing. I love this. I love her. She's so great.
I love the idea of superhero legal dramas. It's why I've been loving
It is.
Two-Face.
It's why like so many She-Hulk runs are so good. Like when they lean into that.
Like, seriously, just give me like
That's where we got the my favorite anecdote about DC lore. The 12th Amendment of the United States in DC Comics is a different amendment over there, where in DC, the 12th Amendment protects secret identities.
Yep.
How does it work historically?
Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense historically because DC actually had a bunch of superheroes in World War II fighting on the American side.
Honey, that's not when the 12th Amendment came into place. Like the 19th Amendment, which gave women, or not, that's not the 19th. No, it is. Isn't it?
For the record, the reason
did not come about at World War II is what I need to say. Like the way back in the way.
For the record, the reason that the 12th Amendment is protection of secret identities is because of all the superheroes who fought in the Revolutionary War.
I'm so sorry, you very much cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So from what I found out through the DC Fandom Wiki, it's because there were a lot of superheroes who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yes, Miranda?
I said I didn't say anything.
No.
I know, you looked like you wanted to say something, though.
I did not.
Okay, you were just sort of put your hands there. I thought you were prepping to say something, and then you didn't say something.
I will say, honey, you did mention World War II.
Oh, I meant to say Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
I meant to say Revolutionary War. They had a lot of heroes during the Revolutionary War, which is what I thought I said. They had like Lady Liberty, Uncle Sam, or not Uncle Sam.
I was gonna say he's one of the
Sam
exiles.
was a freedom fighter from World War II, honey.
Okay, they had a version of the idea of the personification of American freedom and liberty, who was there fighting during the Revolutionary War.
You're telling me that Uncle Sam is not a legacy character?
No, actually, yeah. Uncle Sam is a quality comics character, but also Uncle Sam technically exists as Uncle Sam existed as long as the United States existed because his existence was created by that point. Like he has existed as an entity as long as America has existed. So he predates World War II, even if his comic from Quality Comics is from World War II.
But is he Uncle Sam or is he something different? Because the concept of Uncle Sam as like a personification of patriotism didn't come about until much later. So did he have like a different name as like his version of it?
Well, the original personification of American identity back in the day was not Britannia. It was a woman who was
Manifest Destiny?
No, it wasn't. It's the woman who's shown in the Manifest Destiny painting, but she's not Manifest Destiny. She's a different. I think she's named Britannia. She's not Britannia. Who is the woman?
Like Britannia is a concept, but that's in Britain.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's Britannia, but she had a name, and she was a woman.
By Gast, John Gast, painting from.
Female symbol of
Columbia.
America. Oh, Columbia! That's what her name was. She was Columbia. Yeah. Before Uncle Sam, we had Columbia as the symbolic representation of America.
That makes sense.
So that means Uncle Sam is transgender.
I love it. But also, we are delving way uncomfortably close to Axis Powers Italia territory here.
In what way?
I'm just imagining. I'm sorry. If America has has this entity that represents the entire country, that has always existed for as long as the nation has existed, I'm sure we're not the first.
No, that is Hitalia character.
Okay.
That is Hitalia territory. I refuse. I
Okay.
avoided Hitalia like the plague in high school.
Okay,
I'm
there
not
are
getting into
other
it now.
there are other comics that have also done chibi cute personifications of country identities. Scandinavia and the World is what I grew up on, and I think it's an amazing, short, cute little webcomic. In their version, America is represented as a braggadocious, macho action hero guy who thinks he's here to save everybody, but he's really just kind of an annoying inconvenience to everybody. But also every country has both a female and a male counterpart, and so the female counterpart of America represents how America is divided on two political axes. So the male one is a Republican, and the female one is a Hollywood liberal Democrat obsessed with every social activist policy she could think of.
Oof.
She's drawn to look like Paris Hilton.
Oh God.
It's a cute chibi art style. It's very cute. It's not offensive.
I know. I'm for the record. Yeah, no, it's funny.
Need to change the subject though, because as I have already said, I avoided Hitalia like the plague in high school. I'm not getting into it now.
Okay, but this is this isn't Hitalia.
I was just no.
Close. It's too close. It is too close.
And I will say, I feel like you know, Hitalia poisoned those fish, poisoned the well, but also I wanted to somehow make a Joker fish reference somehow. Oh God. Yep. Let's see.
But anyway, back to the question we were having before we cut the to do the outros. The idea of doing a I'm still very much on board with the idea of doing a Blades in the Dark Batman like live what's the term? What is Dimension 20 and shit? They're called
Actual play.
Actual play. I'd love to do an actual play. And the thing is, what's great is that Blaze in the Dark is really good for scripted content because you don't have to roll to see if the thing will happen. You already decide what's going to happen, and you roll to see the consequences of the actions, and then you react to the consequences, not to the probability chance of the thing happening. So we can already decide ahead of time what we want the campaign to be like ahead of time, figure out what all the major decisions are going to be, and then just sort of act out the scenes, role play them all, and figure out and just react to and like come up on the spot with what the hilarious consequences of various situations are going to be.
Could work. Could work.
Would you be interested in that, Miranda?
I would be interested in that.
All right.
I love my Gotham birthday game. It's one of my favorite things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have been wanting to do a Gotham roleplay campaign for forever. I'm currently in one, kind of. It has we've been rescheduling so many times. We've only had like 3 sessions in like 6 months, 2 months at this point. But we originally did it because Mueller heard me talk about this idea and wanted to do the idea. So I inspired them to do this, but I haven't actually had a chance to DM this campaign yet, and I really want to DM it myself at this point.
Yeah, I think that could work.
That'll be fun. Original characters, or are we choosing a character out of a hat?
We can do either. We could choose characters. We could do the idea of, I believe we had one idea that was a Justice League idea where each of us played a crack ship character that we wanted to play as. Where I was going to...
I've never heard that idea in my life. I might have been in a different chat.
You might not have been. I think I definitely know I had this conversation with Knight.
Yeah,
and
I do remember. I would tell you. We were talking about this with Pathfinder. I will say, my character idea for that one works better in Pathfinder.
I'm pretty sure you can build any character.
Oh, I'm sure. So, but here's the concept, because I was gonna build a puppet.
You can play Puppet.
Yeah, so you can. So in Pathfinder, one of the ancestries is toys wish to life, creepy dolls.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
There's literally a class in Blades that lets you talk and communicate and control ghosts.
Yeah. So here's the plan. So here was the idea for this. Okay. All right. So we all know that Superman is only weak to kryptonite and magic.
Yep.
However,
Mhm.
there are plenty of things which can affect the body, which aren't harmful so yet that we know of, but then could become, but which are part of the body now to an extent, and which would then potentially gain certain attributes of that body. By
I'm
which
not
I mean,
following.
I want to play. Which I mean, the character concept was: what if Toyman used magic to extract all the microplastic from Superman and made a toy Superman?
Oh, that's a cool idea.
That is a really cool idea, but the internet has poisoned me.
I was going
I
to
just keep
play
thinking of
the
the factoid of how many microplastics are in genitalia.
See, I was just thinking how much are in the whole body. You know, just we took all the microplastic out of him, and now it's a little bitty Kryptonian.
It's like that toy Bizarro from the Red Hood Outlaws comic.
Yeah. Pup.
But I was going to play the love child of Fire and Sigrid, the second ice, or technically the first ice. The one that dates Guy is Tora, and Sigrid was the original ice, who then got replaced with Tora until Tora died, and so Sigrid came back to be ice again. And she has a very fun, toxic, lesbian relationship with Fire that sadly never got to be completed because they decided to, at the end of the Justice League comic, send Fire off to date Guy Gardner instead of being with the girl she was very obviously being set up to have a relationship with for like 24 issues now at that point.
That Guy Gardner pulled both of them is unconscionable.
To be fair, Guy Gardner had gone through a lot of character development over that time.
Yeah.
I don't think that matters. I don't think that helps.
He wasn't.
I think it matters from a perspective of I can be friends with Guy Gardner now, but I don't know. If I was Fire and my main girl was dating this guy and then she died and it was very sad, I'm not touching him with a 10-foot pole.
She was in a huge mess emotionally after Tora died, and oh god, her relationship with Sigrid is so emotionally charged. It's such a toxic Yuri relationship between the two of them, and I love it so much. And the comic is so obviously hinting at the two of them ending up together at the very end of the book. They're having so many great moments that are obviously leading up to a climactic thing where the two of them kiss, and then it just nope. And I want to do a crackshit character where I play the love child of Fire and Sigrid.
This is gonna be like War and Peace.
She would have fire and ice powers.
Yeah.
You should make it so that she does have both fire and ice powers, but they kind of half cancel each other out.
Great. So you do realize you're talking about playing Todoroki, right?
No, but Todoroki, if he sucked.
Yeah.
There are other people who have the power of fire and ice.
I know. It's a good combo.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. The two powers should cancel each other out. You should be able to create ice, but it's that soft, half-melted ice. Or if you're creating a flame, it's sputtering and steaming.
The character Celsius has fire and ice powers because she has thermokinesis and can control how hot or how
That's
cold
not
things
fire
get.
and ice powers then, honey. That's thermokinesis. It's a different thing. Temperature control is different than fire and ice powers. They're related, but they're different.
Now, important question now. What powers? What color would the fire be?
Well, obviously she would have green ice and red and blue fire.
I'm digging your Tumblr OC. Okay, so what was the concept that we were working with for this?
That was one concept we had for the idea is each of us was going to play a crack ship character set in the future of a hypothetical DC. But another one could be we just play DC characters, or another one could be we play criminals in Gotham. This is the idea I really like, is the idea that we're playing criminals in Gotham who are trying to do stuff in Gotham while avoiding running into the bats, because we'll instantly get beaten up by them and taken to jail if we ever run into Batman.
Could be fun, and we could also have a lot of fun with the bosses.
Yeah, no, you can have Joker show up. You can have Scarecrow show up. There's a lot of different angles and stories you can do. We can have a whole campaign where we feud with the ventriloquist.
I would like to be the person that always knows a guy, but it's never to anyone's benefit. Like I want my I know a guy is like, oh no, I can't let him see me. My aunt dated Scarecrow.
To be fair, everyone has a I know a guy mechanic, because everyone starts the game with an NPC that they know, who gives them, they can use them to get access to resources or, get information, and then can just gain new additional NPCs to do that. You can build an entire network of people under you who, know a guy who know a guy.
But I want that to be, my character's fundamental trait, is that, I always know someone who's tangentially related, but it never helps.
Okay.
All right. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, granted, that could work. Let's see. Characters. I want to just take a look at the playbooks. Alright, let's see.
Do me a favor and drop the name of the game in and somewhere in the chat, just so that I can look it up.
Sure.
I am not going to remember it. I do not remember audio information that well.
Sure. I can also get you access to PDFs of the game. Yeah, I have PDFs on my computer already that I can share with you all.
Oh, cool.
The playbooks will give you the specific class feats that you can select and choose for your character, as well as specific class items. Because that's another thing about this game. The game operates on heist logic, where the idea is that you can just pull an item out of your pocket and then just be like, yeah, we planned for this contingency. You don't start with an inventory loadout. You start with inventory item slots, and then you can just choose to fill that item slot with an item.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's like a mouse tool.
And everyone has a basic set of items that everyone can sort of pull from, but also all the individual classes have unique items that also they specifically can have. The leech has the ability to just grab potions and alchemical things from their pocket to a potion that makes something lighter than it, anti-gravity things, or a potion that makes you super fast, or a potion that makes you shoot electricity out of yourself. I use that because I'm playing a leech in the campaign with Bueller. I threw the anti-gravity potion on a tarp that was being used to collect dust off on a computer monitor so it didn't get dirty. I bundled it up in my arms, ran out into the middle of a traffic jam where my friend, where one of the players was stuck in the middle of there, getting shot at by ventriloquist goons and being nearly run over by moving traffic cars. I ran in, grabbed them, and then just released the anti-gravity tarp, and so a gust of wind blew into it, pulling both of us to safety. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do, and yeah, each of the individual classes have like unique abilities. One of them can talk and communicate with ghosts. Another one can just straight up shoot electricity out of their hands. I think that's the same class. One of them can make potions. Another one is like the mastermind class, so they can just like do stuff to help other people do things. In the, like, if a player of yours would do an action, you can do a thing to give them a bonus to that action. But also, it is midnight, so I'm pretty sure Knight and I are probably very tired.
Yeah.
What is this called again? I really do need you to put this in the chat, because I already don't remember.
I put it in the stream chat.
Where is that?
There's
Is
a
that
little...
a thing that's saved?
Okay, yes. Go down. You see the stream room, and you see all of our little profiles. If you see that little talk balloon next to the stream, you click the little talk balloon. It opens a text chat room that has text in there.
Okay. When I said put it in chat, I really did mean put it in like the main Crisis of Infinite Opinions chat, so it can be saved for posterity and not just when
This
it's
is saved for
streaming.
posterity. This is always available.
Yeah, no, really. Like right next to it, right beneath it, right above it is the stuff I put in our last chat.
This chat is always available. I'll put it in general, but I'm telling you the
Yeah. Okay.
I believe you, but it is also a thing that I do not know exists consistently. Like
That's fair.
it's
yeah, okay. I put it in the
like that is, part of that is my problem.
But yeah, there's a little talk balloon on the stream room that you just click on and it opens a tab. But I put it in general just now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because I gotta do the colon and go to bed. It's midnight and I got up really early today.
Yeah. See it. All right. Let me